I'm Winston Michel.
And Brent Bonadona. We're here today fishing beautiful Lake Verret, which has always been a thorn in my side, but I feel good today because I got my buddy Winston Michel here to take care of me.
Don't worry, Brent. I was born and raised here. I know all the little secret spots, so we gonna catch them today, so y'all stay tuned. You know, this is my backyard. I got a text last night. Gary was panicking. Brent was a little bit on the unsure side with the weather. We got a lot of rain, and we knew we had a front coming in. The wind was gonna blow out the east. But I told him, I got this. We are gonna make a show, and we are gonna have a great time on Lake Verret. Lake Verret is just a great fishery because there's a maze of canals that these fish have to live in. There's main bodies of moving water that keep everything fresh. And there's tons and tons of cypress trees that hold numerous amounts of bait fish and other small forage fish that just these fish thrive on, and they stay healthy. It's just a phenomenal fishery. The food source is great, and it's one of the better places to fish in South Louisiana.
Ideal conditions, you know, you probably got a foot and a half of water right here. Kind of got a good little drop off the back of this canal. You know, so these fish that are definitely looking to feed right here should be sitting here waiting for this water kind of easing out the woods. Wind switched out of the north a little bit, so it should be draining the backs of these canals. A lot of times they'll pull up, and you can really get well quick in a back area like this.
Fish on, look at it.
Look at him go.
Reeling in, oh my gosh. Look at that. Worked it, and all of a sudden, reeling in, get hooked up with a fish on the back hook. Is he gonna make it in the boat? Let me see. He made it in the boat. The first fish.
First fish of the day. Break the ice.
Oh my goodness. He's not a giant, Brent, but I tell you what.
We'll take him for a first fish right now.
We will definitely be happy with this fish. Did a little change up there, got a little moving bait, maybe a little reaction strike, and we got him. Hey Brent, you want to drop this one in the well? We're gonna release him, but let's see if with our best 5 will go today, if you good with that.
It's definitely a start, and we'll see how we finish up at the end of the day, but we'll definitely be throwing him back a little bit later on.
Exactly. Brent, what I did, I was throwing a spinnerbait. I changed up to a jerk bait. I was hoping to get that reaction bite instead of just that feeding bite. And I think that's what happened. I was jerking that bait way to the outside, and all of a sudden, he just come up and nailed it. And I really think it was a good reaction bite.
Good deal to switch up like that, man. Sometimes you got to figure out what's going on, and obviously a little adjustment right there paid off for you.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen several fish moving on the bank, and you've thrown a jig, I've thrown a spinnerbait, and they seem not to want to actually chase it and eat it. So I figured a little switch up and maybe get something like this to get one of those, oh, there's a bait, and get that bite, you know, just kind of on a reaction. You know what's funny is a lot of times I'll catch a fish on one bait, and then I switch to something else just to see if I can get him to bite that one.
Check out the back end.
Fish on. Fish on.
Winston Michel doing his thing.
Well, not quite the size that I was hoping for. I think we might have to let this one go. I don't think we're going to include him.
Yeah, I don't think we need to include him in there, but he's definitely a start.
Yeah. Hey, humdinger spinnerbait. Can't go wrong with it.
Living in the South, we all love our outdoor activities. Most skin cancers are caused by too much exposure to the sun. Also try to avoid direct sunlight between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Remember to wear protective clothing and cover your head. Using sunscreen with an SPF above 15 with reapplication every 3 to 4 hours can do wonders. You're smart, have fun, but be safe. Call Grafton Dermatology for a consultation.
In Louisiana, we have some of the best fishing in the world. And in Toledo Bend, we have the best fishing in Louisiana. This 185,000-acre lake was voted the #1 bass lake in the nation for 2 years running. And with dozens of waterfront resorts and marinas, you can stretch out your stay as long as you like, or at least as long as your casting arm holds out. It's true, you can fish pretty much anywhere, but you'll catch fish in Louisiana. Plan your trip to Toledo Bend Lake Country today at louisianatravel.com.
Well, Winston, we fished a good bit of the morning here, trying to figure out where these fish are at. I noticed as we moved towards the back of the canal, water temperature actually got a little bit cooler, about a degree and a half. The particular dead end we were just fishing, water was coming out the swamp just a little bit. So that clear, cool water that's been in there, really shallow, kind of cools off really fast. So looks like the temperature dropped a little bit, which may have those fish pulled out just a little bit.
Yeah, we did have a pretty big rain yesterday, and that rain's got to go somewhere, and when it sits in that swamp and it's all shaded and stuff, as it comes out, it's going to be a little bit cooler than the water that's centered off into the middle, where you don't have quite as much current, and it can kind of just sit there and absorb the heat from the sun during the day,
Yeah, that's what's unique about fishing here in Louisiana. You have a lot of these man-made canals that were dug by the oil companies years ago when they put these oil platforms in the back of them. So I typically try to dissect the canals. Do I want to fish a canal that is open in the back? Does it have water moving through it? Or do we have some high bank in it, where we get some good, solid, stable conditions, that doesn't have the water temperature fluctuation as much this time of year?
Yeah, because not all of your dead ends are completely open to the back. Some of them, when they were dug, there was just a small drain that actually drains out, and those there are going to have, of course, less water movement because you don't have that whole back end flowing out. You just have that one small drain, and it kind of makes a pocket back there, and that water stays still in that pocket, and that's the kind of stuff that'll warm up quicker during the day, than some of this moving water.
Well, let's see if we can't figure out where these fish are at, try to add to our stringer a little bit here and see if we can't make something happen.
We sure will. Stand by, stay tuned, because we're fixing to catch them.
And there should be a giant underneath that mat.
I agree. There's a few stumps, few logs under there. It looked like they would just have one just sitting there.
Absolutely, there should be one sitting under there.
Oh, there you go. Oh, that's a good one.
That's what we're looking for.
That is a good one.
That is the jig fish that we're looking for.
That's a good one there.
Good Lake Verret fish right there.
We're going to include him in our creel.
Yeah, he'll definitely help. We'll go to the cause here.
That
fish
is a beautiful
choked it.
fish.
Beautiful pre-spawn fish. Beautiful color. We'll add him into the live well. All right, let's get back out there and catch us another one.
Yes, definitely. Things are starting to look up now. But hey, look, we're getting a little later in the day. Our water's starting to warm up. We got a little bit of sun today. So I think as the day progresses, I really think it's just going to get better and better.
That last fish right there, man, he was really aggressive, didn't mess around with it. Probably about 6 feet off the bank, wasn't up like typically should be this time of year. He grabbed and swam on out with it, man. Awesome bite. See if these fish are maybe set up in this back end.
You'd think if one would want to eat, it would be around this area.
Yeah, that's what's so beautiful. These swamps here in Louisiana, man, they're just unique. You know, there's nothing like it.
It's some of the best scenery.
You know, the worst part about the whole swamp is looks like you can catch a fish on every single tree in here.
Yeah. It looks like every cast you would make would be the ultimate ideal cast to get a bite.
Yes, it does. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, dude.
Oh, you got one right there. Did you see the other one in the back?
Yes,
Let
good
me
fish.
see.
Good fish. Yes. Nice.
Watching the other one.
Wow. You know, talking about paying attention to detail, that fish moved right there, and this is a good fish, man, and there's another one just like it right up there. So we're definitely contributing to the cause. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in, man, and I think he'll help us out.
Definitely. And I think I'm gonna try to get a flip on that other one we saw move. Where that fish went?
Well, I mean, you know Winston's just kind of doing this, setting me up, because he's really gonna pour the coal to me after a while, so he's letting me build my confidence for just a little bit this morning.
Well, I haven't picked up her jig yet, so just I've been doing the moving stuff, kind of giving you a chance to get your stuff together there, you know,
And it's much appreciated too.
Brent, this looks like the ideal spot to have a big one.
Man, this is beautiful. Perfect setup, man, absolutely perfect.
Got a point, got a couple of stumps, got a little bit wind blowing on it. I mean, really and truly, you couldn't ask for a better setup.
So if I was a fish, I'd be sitting here.
Oh yeah, like I say, I'd have been eating a long time ago.
I think every fisherman would, you know? Kind of the way we think, maybe. Yeah, it's something a little bit different, you know. The wind was kind of laid down this morning. Looks like it's kind of picking up a little bit, kind of breaks up that dead calm, you know.
Yeah.
Hopefully the fish will pick up a little bit. We can get a couple more good ones to add to what we've already got going.
Oh, there he is, right there. I got him.
Awesome.
I got him. I got him.
You called it.
We knew he was gonna be there. Hold on. He's coming back around.
Nice one.
It was almost like we knew that fish was gonna be there.
Got him?
Oh,
Yes,
look
indeed.
at that chunk.
Yes.
That,
Golly, look at the belly on that fish.
you think she's ready?
She's definitely up there for a reason.
Oh, absolutely.
Good shot, man. A little bit on that one.
All right, we're gonna put that one in the box too to go with our creel. Brent, that fish that I just caught at the base of that tree, I think that was the male. You might want to flip that jig in there. You might be able to convince her to bite.
We sure gonna give her a shot. See if we can't get her to move here.
You know, it's typical that a lot of times. Oh,
She
look,
goes.
that shit. Oh,
gosh,
golly.
that was her. That was her. We knew she was there, man. Golly. This time of year, man, it's typical. That happens. That's a really good fish. You know, we may have to let that fish cool off a little bit. I don't think she got any hook at all.
That time you got her.
Now, I don't think that's the same fish.
That almost looks like the one that I caught.
Good fish, you know, just not the one we're looking for right here. I don't think that's gonna help us out today, but it's always good to catch them. We'll go ahead and turn this one back loose. Man, you know that fish right there was super aggressive right there. Temperature's warming up a little bit, wind's starting to blow, activity's picked up, and bites definitely picked up, man. That fish just crushed this jig.
It's definitely picking up from earlier this morning, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, we ought to be able to get a few good ones here a little bit later on.
I think so.
We're definitely off to a good start.
Oh, there's one. There's one.
Yes, indeed.
That's one
Awesome.
for sure.
Man, these fish are starting to get aggressive, bites turning on. It's gonna turn out to be a really good day.
That's definitely another male, so you definitely want to get back in there with that jig right after and flip. That female might be hanging around.
For sure.
You know Grafton Dermatology as one of Louisiana's premier skincare and skin cancer treatment centers. Grafton Dermatology will bring your beautiful body to its healthy fullest. Grafton Dermatology provides advanced treatment for all skin conditions, repairing, healing, enhancing. Grafton Dermatology, defining healthier skin and beautiful bodies for over 15 years.
Look, that was another one right there. That looked like a good
I'm
one,
about to
Brent.
go clean your mess up there, Winston.
Okay, follow up, buddy.
Yeah,
Whoever catches it, don't really matter.
that was definitely a good fish right there. These fish are starting to get pretty aggressive. If we can't pull down on that fish maybe and come back and catch it. That fish is definitely active.
Meanwhile, you work on that one for a second. I'm gonna hit this little limb out here. But that was 2 stumps in a row.
Yeah, they're positioning just where they should be right now. I mean, it makes our job a whole lot easier on catching them when they cooperate a little bit like that.
Yep. And we still got a lot of canals to go.
That may be one of those fish too, you know, kind of got to give her a little bit time to settle back down, get back repositioned on that stump, and we can come back and catch that fish without a doubt.
Yeah, because she never really felt the hook. She looked like she more or less kind of chased it coming, you know, like she kind of chased it.
That's definitely one we want to add to our stringer right there.
Yeah, she was definitely a good one. I tell you what, Brent, I gotta say, these power poles, when it's windy like this, they are ideal. You can drop them just some way in the water and it slows you down. And I've actually won a tournament like that where the wind was blowing so hard, we dropped them like half in the water and it would slow us down from going too fast, and it would allow us to be able to make multiple casts in the water, you know, at certain targets and stuff, to where we wouldn't just blow by them, you know. And I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah, the fishing industry, man, has come so far. The tools that we have, you know, the advantages we have now versus...
Oh, look, we got one. I got another one.
Man, these fish are really starting to bite. A little bit of sunshine, got them turned on. Decent little fish right there.
Yeah, that's a little chunk there.
Good job, Winston.
Yep. On humdinger spinnerbait.
The humdinger, hard to beat, man.
Yep.
And those fish are definitely active, you know, chasing a spinnerbait like that. Several of them, you know, just not really committing to it, but definitely chasing. That one hit it way out there, Winston. Out on the end of this log just now.
That might be the same one, because she was right on the inside of that log.
Our water temp.
58.4.
58. It's getting a little bit clearer.
Yeah.
Got a good stain to it, you know, but it's definitely cleaning up a little bit.
Yep, I'm fixing to try me a humdinger swim jig.
Swim jig.
See what's gonna happen.
That right there?
You obviously have never heard of this jig.
Oh, that fish came off, followed it all the way to the boat. Go look at the boil. Look at the boil, golly. You know, these fish are, you know, typical spawning, pre-spawning fish. You know, just pushing that bait. They're not really trying to eat it. You know, I think that's why we've had several short strikes today. The bite's just been real funny. You know, that's the second fish that was out probably at least 6 or 8 feet, you know, maybe kind of on that little ledge right there. Not real sure, you know, a couple of them been on the stumps, a couple of them are out still, you know, so I think we got a couple different stages of fish, you know, that we're dealing with.
Yeah, and you know, we talk about being on the outer edge like that, Brent, and a lot of people think that, man, you know, we need that major depth
Fish right
change.
there.
And you know, you need like a 2 or 3 or 4 foot depth change to call it, you know, a ledge. But you know, a lot of these fish, they only need a foot, 6 inches. You know, we look at it as not being very much, but around here we don't have those big ledges and, you know, real hard depth changes. Our changes are real subtle, you know. It may be a foot, it may be 6 inches or whatever, and that might be all it takes to make those fish move and hold in a certain area, you know. Not just, doesn't need that 5 foot depth change, you know.
Right. Slightest little bit, just enough, you know, these fish adapt to the environment that they're around, you know, and they make it work for them.
Skin cancer is the most common cancer in the United States. In fact, more skin cancers are diagnosed each year than all other cancers combined. Most skin cancers are caused by too much exposure to the sun. The good news is that you can do a lot to protect yourself. Catch skin cancer early so that it can be treated effectively. Finding it early is the best way to make sure it can be treated with success. Call Grafton Dermatology for a consultation.
In Louisiana, we have some of the best fishing in the world. And in Toledo Bend, we have the best fishing in Louisiana. This 185,000 acre lake was voted the #1 bass lake in the nation for 2 years running. And with dozens of waterfront resorts and marinas, you can stretch out your stay as long as you like, or at least as long as your casting arm holds out. It's true, you can fish pretty much anywhere, but you'll catch fish in Louisiana. Plan your trip to Toledo Bend Lake Country today at louisianatravel.com.
Closed captioning provided by Humdinger Lures, the bass catchingest lures on the planet.
I got one right here.
Oh yeah, another good one. Another good one, man.
She don't want to come up
Yes.
this year.
And these fish are so healthy. So healthy.
All right.
It's a good day when a fish like that doesn't help your stringer, huh?
That's what I'm talking about. You get to throw this one back. You're
Oh,
not
yeah.
even big enough.
You know, today we're throwing this Delta Lures half-ounce jig, Mr. Twister, pocket craw trailer. This jig kind of displaces a good bit of water. I'm able to throw it in this heavy cover right here and take my time working on out without it getting hung up. And it's been a real key to our success today on the fish that we've caught so far.
And I decided to throw a Humdinger swim jig, which is a little bit lighter weed guard, with a Mr. Twister fat curly tail grub as a trailer. I caught a few on a spinnerbait, and as the water got a little cleaner, I decided to go with the swim jig. Simply, it's a little bit of a finesse style, you know, with, you know, not quite as much splash to it, just to see if I could get a few to come out and hit it, and obviously it's definitely working. Oh, there he is.
Another little male. Tons of male bass. Tons of male bass. These males are up, cruising around, moving big
Look,
time
I got
right now.
one too. I got one.
Oh
one.
yeah.
Oh, wait, no. This might be a her.
Is he going on a
This might be
stringer?
a her.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's definitely one we're looking for.
This is definitely a her.
Beautiful fish, beautiful fish. That's what we're wanting.
And
There we go. Oh yeah. That is definitely gonna help anchor that stringer right there, buddy.
she choked that jig.
God, look at that. I mean, she wanted it. Golly, that is a healthy fish right there. Healthy fish. We're definitely gonna have a call right here.
Absolutely.
You wanna make this call for us? Beautiful,
Yeah, I'll
look
get
at that
back
fish.
there and see what we
Golly.
can come up with.
Awesome, good job, man.
Thank you.
We started fishing off this morning, you know, right after a big rainstorm came through yesterday. Temperature dropped probably 15, 20 degrees overnight. Conditions definitely were not ideal. Coming out this morning, expectations were pretty low, kind of hoping we can get some good bites, you know, a couple key bites, not near expecting to do what we ended up doing today. I mean, we actually just wrecked them today. Exceptional day, considering the conditions, you know, that we had. Made some minor adjustments early on during the day and figured out what we needed to do, and definitely worked out to our benefit.
Oh, fish.
Fish on, fish on.
Another little buck.
Another little buck. And these fish have absolutely just turned it on so far today. Good, healthy little fish. You know, I kind of think I'm getting taken advantage of here, so I think we're gonna have to swap places for a little while here, you know. You're kind of making me look bad. See if I can't catch one up here on the front of this boat.
All right, I guess I'll do that for you, partner.
I think that might be why you brought me with you, you know, so you could show me up.
Maybe so. Look, he don't realize this, but it's front, back, it don't make no difference. It's all good. You see, my theory on picking and choosing baits is whatever I got tied on at the time. Brent has a method. Mine is just a madness to the method. Oh, he got him, he got him. That's a good one there. Sounds like a good one
another
for
little
sure.
male bass. Good solid fish. Solid fish. Got me a little opportunity to get one in on you there. I got to take advantage of it when I can. And I mean, they are eating it. God, beautiful fish, beautiful. Well, we're just getting through, finishing up our day. We weighed our best 5 fish today. Best 5 we caught today were 2209. And phenomenal day for Lake Verret. One of my better trips I've ever had on this lake right here. Hats off to Winston, he knows this place, you know. We broke it down today, dissected it between, you know, his knowledge, my knowledge together. We were able to put a really good stringer together. Man, Winston, really want to thank you for having me out here today. I enjoyed it, and I hope you get to invite me back one more time.
Anytime you want to come, all you got to do is give me the call and we're coming. We had a phenomenal day on Lake Verret today. We want to thank our military and the good Lord above for all that they've given us. They're the reason that we get to do all of this. So, till next time, keep on casting.
So Boudreaux, he walks out of his old watering hole one night, gets in his truck, notices everything's stolen. So he calls the state police. He says, hey, they stole everything in my truck, the steering wheel, the dash, everything. Y'all gotta come quick. Phone hangs up. No sooner, Boudreaux calls right back. He said, oh, never mind. He said, I got the back seat.
She gonna love